Hello, everybody. You know what day it is. It's Saturday, and that means back to Kenshi with the Fogman Rehabilitation Run. I'm happy to be here and happy to have you all with me. Welcome in Twitch chat, welcome in YouTube chat, welcome in VOD watchers, and anybody and everybody else. Hello on Twitch to Fru and Scanlon. Congrats on grabbing the first redeem. Hello, Tequila Blaze, Commerkle, Ada, Kian. Hope everybody is doing well. So last time we managed to get some more advanced technical knowledge for our hive of Fogmen. This allowed us to upgrade our mining technology, our armor technology, all sorts of stuff. We got a grog operation going, so we are selling alcohol for profit. Lots of good things going on. Today, the quest is to continue to expand that. Let's get into it. Oh, I will need to up my desktop audio because Kronos was so loud, I had to turn it down like 7 decibels. Also, the Zoo Tycoon video is done. I just need to do a couple of things like thumbnail and description and things like that. That should be up, if not tomorrow, in the next couple of days. That was our cryptid zoo on the moon. Fun little experiment. Just gotta get my OBS to capture the game now. It's weird it doesn't want to capture Kenshi today. Yeah, there we go. That'll work. All right, let's load game at Smooth Operator, day 88 in the Fog Islands. Let's begin. I'm excited for stuff we have coming up. Some of the Project Zomboid stuff, that's going to be videos too. We got a lot going on. Okay, so we got some people resting. Last time we got attacked by cannibals and all sorts of raiders all at once. All right, so first of all, let's check in on Uno. Uno has 10 armor plates. You keep making those armor plates, and we're going to get you to make some plate jackets and such. Are you? Oh, mercenary we hired. That's right. Okay, now... we have some ore mines here. I wonder if we have any that are good efficiency and inside the hive. I mean, I guess they don't necessarily need to be inside. We have people running outside for iron now, but... this would still probably be closer, faster. And I know we've got Snake working it, but I wonder who else. Rust, salutation to you. Hope you're doing well. So we are full of iron plates. So another thing we can do is start getting a steel refinery and making steel bars. Cemetery Chick, welcome in. Good to have you. Nice use of emote, Rust. So we'll get a steel refinery here. And then along the way, let's get some more iron storage. And then we'll get some steel bar storage alongside this industrial location. We'll have to make sure it doesn't exceed our power draw. Scrawny raid moving towards Neohive. We've got lots of raids here lately. I don't know if maybe we just built up to a point where... Let me see, what's the thing look like on the map? So, it still looks like a little village. But maybe there's just a density of a base where you start attracting raids. Ah, this building stopped working again. I don't know why this building refuses to work. Been a big day of Kenshi for you two, getting deep into the Star Wars mod. Very cool. I hear good things about that mod. I'm reloading to see. I already tried the Control-Shift F11, and this building pathing is still not working. So I'm reloading to see if I can get it to work. Hey, Trans Tanky Girl, welcome in. Yes, back to the Vegetarian Fogmen, indeed. We're about to get raided by scrawny cannibals. This building is so broken today, it won't work. Okay, let's get everybody to gather for the raid that's happening. Kenshi and Scuff name a more iconic duo. Beep and Agnew. Well, that was a scrawny little raid. I'm not using fixed stuff, but I'm going to regenerate the nav mesh. Okay, now it's working. Scrawny cannibals living up to their name by bringing an absolutely scrawny group. Either that or the wildlife got to them. All right, let's get Snake. I think you. Snake and Lloyd. Okay. We're going to get you to operate this. Well, let's take a look here. So this iron quality is 100 and efficiency is 80%. This one's going to be more efficient, and it's going to be closer. How are we on wheat straw, by the way? Okay, so we are out of wheat straw. Oh, you know what? We lost a Nasir, who watered a bunch of this stuff. Pickles, what's your whole deal? You do that. Who's somebody who's idle? Jesse, you can operate a bunch of these fields. Meanwhile, how are we on grog? We don't have a ton because all the wheat straw production stopped. I wonder if one of these would be enough light. Thinking probably not. And then let's see who else. Adachi, you don't have a job right now. Your new job is making steel bars. Get a light over here by Misha, too. And then we should probably get another windmill going. We've got the iron plates, and we're going to start needing the electricity. Got lots of weapons to sell. All right, let's go ahead and start making some plate jackets. They require fabric and armor plating, which is weird because they're classed as leather, but they require no leather to make. Hey, Michael, thank you for lurking. Hope you're doing well. Okay, cool. We're getting some wheat straw back in the fields. That's our water. Water storage is good. We'll have a bunch of armor to trade up as well. Let's have Conway go and do some selling. Should be a decent amount of money. We'll see if we can get a blueprint for some plate pants, too. I think with how flimsy our limbs are, we just need the extra protection. A hive plate shirt would be nice, but I honestly don't know where we get the blueprint for one, since I'm pretty sure the hive won't sell to us. Yeah, nothing much in the way of that. Just the samurai cloth pants. Who's in a fight? Oh, they came to take the scrawny cannibals that lost the raid. Is that really it? We've managed to make 2 steel bars already? Well, it's a start. This will be some money, too. And let's get Uno. Start making some plate jackets. Maybe the clothes shop will have some pant blueprints. We have 50 grand, which is not bad. Nothing we can use, unfortunately. You know what? Maybe we'll try to go to Black Scratch, and we should be able to pick up some blueprints there once we've got a little more money in the bank. Let's make sure Conway keeps a hat. I could have sworn they added burning resistance, too. Maybe we need to get Conway some armored faceplates, which, can we make those? No. Need to look for that blueprint as well. That'll be good when traveling through burning areas, acid and burning areas. Let's start getting our Goliath group to come over here and get new armor as the plate jackets get made. 28, 48, 70. 24, 36, 70. So it is a little better. It's markedly better on cut resistance and harpoon resistance. It also has more complete coverage. So yeah, I think that's just good all the way around. Oh yeah, that's what it looks like to have full wheat fields. We might take the harvest and plant a couple more wheat fields so that we can keep up with grog production. And then it should basically be printing money from there. Oh, let's get Jesse off. Wait, was it Jesse that we had operate all of those? Yeah. Maybe we don't want that. Operate the grain silo after everything is done. So after they're watered. Are we now consistently making specialist grade? Yeah, we are. Armor smithing 81, consistently making specialist grade equipment. As far as our research tree... Oh, we could research robotics. I think we were saving ancient science books to get to the next tech level, though. Maybe we can get 2 more wheat fields going. Why don't the factions of Kenshi just put a handful of people on constant armor smithing duty until they mass produce masterworks? Are they stupid? Meanwhile, Katoon is so proud of the quality of their scrap smiths. And as long as we have people standing around just doing stuff at the base. Oh, we're not producing many steel bars because Adachi has another job. Let's get Slurpee to also work this thing. At least with weapons, there's a research constraint, but masterwork armor, you just need someone to smith armor plates and chain strips for a long time. Yeah, exactly. Okay, stuff is moving along. Jesse, I'm going to add this one and this one to your jobs. That hopefully shouldn't mess with too much in terms of production. I'm sure an efficiency expert could look at this and make it way more efficient, but I'm pretty happy with where we're at right now. Let's have Walta come over here and get a plate jacket. And Slurpee. Cornflake. We'll have Conway grab some food as well. Let's see if this is enough money to want to go out on an adventure. I don't think we've gone to Flats Lagoon yet. $60,000. I think $60,000 is enough to go to Flats Lagoon. Or maybe we have been there. You know what? Let's head down there and just make sure that we cleaned them out. And then we can head to Black Scratch and such from there. Amazing. Conway only has athletics 65. He's just going to keep getting so much faster. Did we end up putting a second scout leg? No, he's still got a stealth leg, too. He could be fast with a scout leg. Maybe we'll see if Flats Lagoon has a masterwork one. He will not evade the fire of Okron, shouts the Ochre Knight as Conway evades the fire of Okron. Once again, running straight through stack. Just zero respect for the Holy Nation. None at all. Flexing on the loser nation. Hey, wouldn't it be cool if you could run like me? Look at the powers of Narco, Ochre Knight. We gotta give Conway a backstory. I mean, he is like... He's the it guy for Lunk. Conway's a speedy boy, 100%. Hi, yes, would you like to run? Yeah, there you go. This area does make me nervous with beak things because of the way they sometimes... The character sometimes walks after getting out of the water because it still attributes them to being on swim speed. Yeah, half the time I'm more worried that pathfinding is going to get me killed than my actual abilities. You love how sometimes they swim super fast before realizing that they're swimming. It's like hovering in a cartoon until a character looks down and falls. Okay, yeah, it looks like we cleared them out of engineering research and ancient science books. These maps and stuff could be nice. Grab a couple of these. I know that I could technically get these resources for free, but, you know, it's nice just to have the locations added. All right, let's see. Lunk, how's that grog going? Not super fast. We got a little of it. Looks like we're ahead of wheat straw again. And how are we on water? We're good on water, so as long as that's the case, let's get max wheat straw to go back to making grog, and then we'll have 2 people running it. So we do have plenty of wheat straw right now. All right, so if I were to want to go to like Black Scratch and avoid Venge, the way to do it is probably Stobe's Gamble in the Unwanted Zone. Or I could come back up and go through Deadlands. Let's go this way. The real way to avoid it is by not being a flesh bag. Skelechads stay winning. Well, and normally Hivers are resistant to acid rain. I guess we were talking about the burning, not the acid rain, but the acid rain was also something on my mind. You know what I think is funny, and no shade to the Kenshi developers because they made an amazing game, but we all know it's got its holes in it. And one of the things that they say is that your character should not die. One of their philosophies: your character should not die due to pathfinding or bugs or things outside of your control. Which makes me think about how characters will just swim through acid rain when they could pathfind around it. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever heard a solid reason the Fogmen are not resistant to acid. I've usually heard it referred to as an oversight. Like, I don't think there's any lore reason that they should lose their acid resistance. I think that's Black Scratch up there. Let's see. Oh, Brink, maybe. There's trouble on the home front? Who do we got? A Fogman. Okay. I wonder if he can make it from here if I click there. Let's see. Havoc, welcome in. You believe it is because they are a separate race like the cannibal tribes? Yeah, and they just never were flagged as being immune. Huh. I don't know if I remember this place being locked. There we go. It might have loaded too fast. All right. Plated Drifter's leather pants. It's a possibility. Ooh, Assassin's Rags, buying that. Let's also get Old World Bow Mark II. I do want to get into crossbow production. Ooh, blackened chain hive shirt. That's like all of my money. But it would be nice to be able to make. Let's see if there's a regular chain hive shirt. Blackened chain is so cool looking. Wish you could do full speed like me. Unfortunately, when you do, you have a higher rate of crashing. I've heard that from people. Samurai leg plates. I don't remember if it's armored hood or armored faceplates that I want. I feel like it's armored hood. Okay, let's you know what? Let's get... Oh, but that's leather. So I was thinking we don't have anybody making chainmail right now. So it'd be kind of a waste to drop 30,000 on the blackened chain hive shirt right now. But also it could be a rare thing that doesn't always spawn. I just don't know. Like maybe I should grab it while it's up for the grabs. Let's do it. We'll get all of these blueprints. And we're going to park Conway here in... Is there a bar? There is a bar. We're going to park Conway in the bar. While we get money for some other stuff. We'll also... let's check on Uno. So Uno's making armored plates right now. Let's make some samurai leg plates. What is my group doing way out here? Who are you guys running around? Shinobi guards. You're a little way from Mongrel. All right. Let's see. Lunk. We had a wheat straw already? No, we've got plenty of wheat straw. We just got people running around doing too many things to focus, it looks like. Wouldn't know what that's about. We'll get lunked to get some more money before we send Conway back out. Shopkeeper can't afford that. If you want to, you can actually assign him a job to sit at a table and he will consume less hunger. Oh, yeah, I did know that. If you build chairs and stuff at your base, people are aimless, they will sit down. We should do that. It's a good call. How did you get locked in? And not the good kind of locked in this time. Everywhere's going to be closed on the way back, I think. We probably need about 50 or 60 grand again before we send Conway out to the next place. There actually might even be a tech hunter shop where he is, in addition to the library, that would have some ancient science books and engineering research. Guess we can sell this stuff at the bars. They're open late. Everybody keeps trying to lock me out. I don't get it. I know there's something Frankie talked about where if you buy this house, it changes shopkeeper behavior for some reason, and they start trying to lock bar doors. Okay, yeah, Lunk's just gonna have to sit here until daytime. My game's really struggling with everybody having people loaded in so many different directions. Love Kenshi bugs. They got such charm. Are they fighting out here anyway? Grass pirates? Yeah. We'll have to check all of these. I'm not confident that any of these are going to have the ancient science books, but it's worth checking. Machine gun unlocking sound effect is such a classic. Why does a headgear shop need to be the biggest building in town? Oh, we got Reavers out here. Ooh, they sell lots of dust coats and nice backpacks. Dust coat blueprint? Yeah, let's grab that. So this one is dust storms and acid. Let's check the headgear shop. Haven't tried the NVIDIA optimization mod yet, but heard it helps if you have an NVIDIA card. If it's on the workplace, I couldn't find it because I looked for one like that. Now, it's possible it's just on Nexus or something. Dust storms, acid, and burning. Yeah, see, that's what I'm looking for. All right, let's grab Lunk. Don't let them take beep. Poor beep. You know what? We're going to build a building over here. Let's build a storm house. It's actually a list of settings, and you can follow them on the Nexus mod site. No need to actually install. Oh, okay. I'll check it out. It's like nobody's got money to buy our stuff. Go trade somewhere else, thief. Did we really steal from that store somewhere? I don't remember doing it, but I'm not going to deny that it sounds like something I would do. Basic furniture already known. Okay, the storm house is complete. Let's see about getting them some places to sit. And then that way they'll kind of queue up by the gate when they're aimless. Lunk, you go inside here. A long bench for multiple people so that you end up having to share your seat with some weirdo. I love some of the item descriptions. Okay, the stool doesn't want to be built. Yeah, nope, this stool just refuses to be built. I guess we'll have some sitting boxes here. All right, let's see how well this works. Helps fix zone loading times and FPS-related issues. A German Kenshi player highly recommends following the settings. Okay. I don't know what the relevance of a German Kenshi player, unless you just mean that's somebody that you know who happens to be German. But it's just a funny sentence that we should defer to the German Kenshi players. Cool, we got lots more grog. That's close to 10 grand more. All right, let's see if this whole seating thing is working to keep our idle players together. Got some ads. I'm going to go ahead and keep rolling through this set. Thanks for being here. Oh yeah, look, Subway Slammer is already sitting instead of helping the people being attacked. Let's start getting them to get their samurai leg plates on. Why is Conway in trouble? Reavers, maybe? Yeah, Reavers. Now you only need to raid UC Noble's houses for fancy rugs. All right, they're starting to look like proper warriors now. Wonder if I could have built boxes outside? I mean, it says interior, but like sitting box. Oh, you can build sitting boxes outside. So in theory, they could base up by the front gate and be right there to respond. All right. Let's check on Conway. We can check Brink. I'm not sure they're going to have much there for us. You want to play as a troop of Shek, Skellies, and women that destroy both the UC and Holy Nation because they want a fancy home at the shore of the River Wind. You're going to do it properly so the Flotsam Ninjas take over, right? Properly, we just want cool rugs and the neighbors to not bother us. Well, if the neighbors are Fogmen, they might bother you. Unreformed Fogmen, should I add. Noble House. Yeah, I don't think the UC tends to have the type of technology we're looking for. I could check World's End on the way back. But let's go, Black Desert City to Scrap House. What's my favorite weapon? Yours is the Falling Sun. Yeah, I feel like if I were to pick one, it would be Falling Sun. It's just an amazing weapon and so cool, and when you put in the work and you can use it properly. Now, granted, there are other weapons you have to put in more work to use, like I want to say the high-level Fragment Axe. But I do enjoy a Falling Sun. Is this gas that I need to be concerned about? It's kind of looking like poison gas. Black Desert City, that's what I'm looking for. Who's in trouble? Snake? Snake! Snake! It's a lot more than just snake fighting now. It's just a couple groups of Fogmen. We got it. Well, now we got multiple groups involved here. What's going on? Probably no big deal. More worried about what Conway is up to be honest. That's the area where I could more easily make a mistake. Why are you swimming? See, this is what I'm talking about. They say, oh, the pathfinding shouldn't kill a character. Then your character will happily dive into an acid lake. Walter, are you telling me you can't get this under control? I think they got it. Another lake. Oh boy, another lake to jump into. How about you go this way? Once Conway gets in the city, I can assess the situation at home more. Nobody's unconscious. Yeah, I think it's just a couple of them. Welcome, dear human. Welcome, dear. It's funny that the dialogue recognizes that he's something non-human. Okay, let's see what we got. Got 3 AI cores. We definitely can't afford those. Let's grab this engineering research. Ooh, exotic weapons blueprint. We don't have the money for that either right now. We're going to park Conway at the bar again and stay here until we've exhausted all their resources. So we need at least another 50 grand. Tin Fist and Catlon made a great team. Now Tin Fist fights a losing cause for the humans. Oh, okay, so this one's got opinions on the whole human skeleton thing, while Catlon disappears into thin air. Why is my whole Goliath squad engaged in combat again? You know, we'll start stocking up some leather, too, for anybody, like archers or anything like that, where we need to make them some leather equipment. Eventually, we might get a fighting group together, and they can go out and kill animals for leather. Okay, so that was half the money we were trying to raise right there. I don't think I remember encountering any other locations where engineering research and ancient science books were sold. Maybe in spring? I guess we could go check. Why is Lunk being attacked? Was he followed by a Fogman? Probably. Oh, these are barely worth anything. The armor a little more. I forgot to grab leather while I was there. It was the one thing I said I was going to do. How many limbs were lost in the fog? None except for Conway, who let his legs get eaten off to replace them with masterwork robotic legs. And Beep is doing well. Beep is kind of a runner. Beep kind of does what we need Beep to do. Oh, that's so close to the 50,000 that I want. If I get to the 50,000, I can buy all of those ancient science books, and Conway can return home. Put the leather in here. Ilva, welcome in. We got 5 leather. Let me see a couple grog. We'll be in the money. And Conway can come on home. All right. It's probably only a couple places open, but hopefully they've got enough money for what we're trying to do here. Well, construction trader doesn't. Maybe the bars will have just enough money to buy some grog. Hopefully a bar would. All right, Lunk goes home. Conway goes back to the scrapyard. Lots of nice weapons here, too. All right, we will be back for these AI cores. I know it. But we got to have some time to get our money up, and we can do a lot with these engineering research and ancient science books anyway. Now, is Conway going to be safe to run straight back home? Let's see. Oh, we got another scrawny raid on the way. If nobody got me, I know the Scrap House AI cores got me. Hey, Derp Excessive, welcome in. Good to see you. Discovered bad teeth. Is Conway gonna run right through there too? Conway just loves running through Holy Nation territory. My headcanon is that he does it as a flex. He knows he's despised for being not only a hiver, but a dead hiver and part skeleton. With an audio normalizer on, there are some wonderful mosquito-like buzzing noises that are otherwise inaudible. Oh, you mean the flies that never stop that I was supposed to mod out like 6 months ago? Yeah, they're corpse flies, and they are pretty much endless, incorrigible. They're supposed to indicate that you're near a corpse, or like a lot of corpses, but my character is not. The sound just keeps playing. Iron or copper? Copper. Raid arrived at home. What if we were the corpses all along? Corpse in training, anyways. Their pathing is really bad in the Fog Islands, too. Conway seems to have no idea how to get home. Wait, the squad's under attack. Is that Beep? No, it's a Dachi. I am pushing this game to its very limit. You know, I wonder if lowering the population would help with performance. I love that. So the scrawny cannibals arrived to attack me, but the Fogman ran up and attacked them. That's actually quite a big raid. Okay, let's see how this plays out. Let's get Goliath team together. Hey, Flatcake, why don't you do me a favor and rescue Jesse here? Oh, wait, maybe he will. Maybe Walt has got him. We've got Jesse and Kyle are unconscious. Flatcake has Kyle. We just need somebody to get Jesse. Wow, you know, we're a fairly effective fighting force. An F-E-F-F, a Feff. We're a real Feff. Don't Feff with us. Now, this is your kind of playthrough. What's up, Ted? Good to see you. Fef is dangerously close to Faf. Okay, I'm calling it. I'm turning down the population and everything a little bit. It will adversely affect performance, and I've got it up at 2.5. How about we bring that to, like, 1.85? And let's bring the 1.5 down to, like, 1.25. The game is starting to struggle with this many bodies on screen. It's not my PC. My PC is fine. Is Beep their god? Their leader is Lunk. Who, let's get Beep over here to compare with Lunk. Where's Beep? Yep. Lunk is a bit of an imposing Hiver. Okay, where's Conway? Conway, drop off that valuable research you secured. Okay, let's see what we can get going for research. Tech level 4. Let's let the tech level 4 complete, and then we'll see what the options are. If we can do better weapons, I want to do better weapons. In the meantime, any of these Fogmen around who aren't dead, we could use more workers. Oop, I meant put in. Okay, no such luck. Have I researched corpse disposal? I have. I have a corpse disposer. The job does not work very well. And with this number of corpses, you have to manually babysit the job if you want it done. They get bugged in weird ways and they don't actually do the job. I guess I can try it with somebody who's got no other jobs. Walta, Flatcake, Vermilion, what are y'all doing? Your team is under attack. Get out there and be the Goliaths, I know you are. Conway, you, meanwhile, get back inside. Yeah, so let's say I take, Vermilion has no jobs assigned. So if I take Vermilion and put him on corpse disposal, we'll see what happens. But usually the behavior gets bugged. Where's Vermilion going? Oh, the corpse is here, yeah. Oh, you don't have medical supplies. We'll have you medic first, be corpse disposal later. It's like when you assign to remove intruder and they're just running around with the corpse, exactly. Lloyd, you have a crippled arm and chest. You should be in bed. See, the thing with Fogmen is they're so flimsy, only having like 50 health in each limb. Wow, where are they all coming from? I think when I changed the squad population, it must have reset squads. Yarpenzinger, welcome in. Are Praetorians recruitable? I don't know because Praetorians are a mod. They're not base game, and I've never tried the mod. I think I've heard that they are, but I just couldn't confirm for you. Okay, I would like my frames per second back, please. I have the feeling we're gonna get a crash. There is so much going on. This is the actual frame rate I'm getting, by the way. They're a Hive expanded thing. You think they're recruitable? If not, there's definitely a mod of a mod for it. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I want to check on Jesse. Okay, Jesse's in bed. All right, I think there's no active combat, so we're going to go ahead and do a save and reload. I'm starting to see the title of my next video now. I broke Kenshi by recruiting 50 Fogmen. This is Wrath of the Fogstart. Nope, this is just recruitable prisoners mod. 256 squad limit, and shopping economy expanded. No other mods. Well, nice maps. Okay, kind of seems like Vermilion is doing his job. Disposing corpses. Beep, get up there and talk to that fresh recruit that doesn't know he's a recruit yet. Okay, tech level 4. Let's see what we got. We need a research bench level 4, and then we can start doing some advanced stuff. Chain armor crafting, advanced weapon grades, okay. Bet you're breaking pathing as well. Doesn't one of the main roads get cut your walls? Have I seen any pathing issues? So they do, instead of leaving this gate, Welcome in, by the way, Andy. They run over here, and then they double back around, which makes me think yes. And also, this particular building right here breaks like 5 times the stream, and characters won't path in and out of it. And I usually have to do multiple Control-Shift F11, have to go into the rebuild the nav mesh and all of that. But I'm not using any mods for the building. If I've broken anything with the construction, it's simply because of base game Kenshi. All right, so what do we need to upgrade? Oh, only 5 iron plates do it. Oh, Bakushin is still mining out here. I mean, I guess that's okay. For now. Kenshi's always been vulnerable to walls breaking the game's pathing. Yeah. Yeah, in my first playthrough, I had an issue where squads of hungry... I built a super big base in Shem, and squads of hungry bandits and Band of Bones would just spawn inside the walls of my base and start attacking. We just need one more iron plate, people. Come on. Whoa, there we go. All right, let's grab advanced weapon grades. 1 and 2. Chain armor crafting. Stone refiner. I don't think we need that right off the bat. Iron plates 4 we'll get. That's regular books. Sheesh production could increase our income. Not sure if someone has mentioned this, but your first gate you place down is where they path through, such as raids, prayer day, and merchants. It makes sense. Let's grab robotics. Ooh, it's tough. What else do we want? Let's grab hashish, just in case we need money. We'll grab steel bars 2. Stone refinery upgrade because we've got the books. So that might be the last upgrades we can do without going into ruins ourselves. We'll save that last engineering research for whatever we decide we need. Okay, we got one. Let's see. Good name for a Fogman. We're gonna name you Stahl because you're gonna be our steel worker. So Stahl is gonna go to Squad Aphis. And let's get you some equipment, Stahl. Get you a polearm. Plate jacket, and you'll be a regular worker. Let's get you drifter's leather pants instead of leg plates, I think. And welcome to our steel refinery. Meanwhile, I'm excited to see what these research upgrades bring us. Grog always seems to be coming along more slowly than I think. What if I set, let's see, who's doing that? Is that a Dachi? What are you running around all the time for? You're grabbing wheat straw. I'm gonna put you on passive. I don't think one drone not fighting is gonna make a difference. But I think it'll stop him from running over and getting off his job anytime someone gets attacked. I think we got the advanced weapon blueprint. Hey, Kitty, welcome in. Maybe not yet. Volderhund, welcome in. Fogmen run, yeah, rehabilitation run. We're using the recruit prisoners mod. Chain armor crafting. Oh, you know what? Maybe we need to upgrade this bench. We do. Okay. Takes 14 iron plates. We got plenty for now. Let's upgrade the iron plates. It's been so long since you've played, you don't even remember half of what everything is, but you always did love the Hivers and Fog Boys. Yeah, so the Fogmen, they live out here in the Fog Islands, and the real tricky part with them is they're super flimsy. They only get 50 HP, well, the drones only get 50 HP per limb, and even the heavies only get 100, with less blood than a normal human. Although they do bleed less. But yeah, they're much flimsier than even the regular Hivers. Okay, now. What does it take to make refitted, or Katoon number 3? Oh, is it really only fabrics and iron plates? Okay, cool. Let's do, you stop what you're doing right now. We're gonna do polearm. We're gonna do desert saber, and we're gonna do, where's my heavy polearm? And it's a repeat queue. So where'd Chitinous just go? Chitinous went for a nap when his job got disrupted. Okay, understandable. It would be great if we could get somebody making the armor plating. And even chainmail. And then Uno can just make the armor. Remember ages ago doing Hive Exile starts and gambling on being able to make it into Mongrel for an early start to recruit Beep, and just training up early alongside the guards there with Beep, Shrike, and Crumble John. No love for Infinite Wing Wing? Okay, iron plates 4, so that should be more efficient. Oh, that seems like much more efficient. We're getting lots of steel bars. We don't even need the steel bars yet, it seems. But we'll be putting them away. He's fun if you're doing the 250 recruit mod, yeah, which in this case I am. You actually have to have it to have the recruit prisoners mod. Let's see if I can get Conway to gather us a couple more recruits. A prince would be cool. Now, Conway, look carefully. Do you see a prince? Yeah, here we go. How is everybody else? I know I'm well, thank you for asking. All right, we just stole away a prince. Gonna throw him in the cage here. Cannibal raid, huh? That's a good thing we're upgrading our weapons and armor then. Okay, I got a request from a YouTube viewer to name a prince Rogers Nelson. So here you go. Rogers Nelson, welcome to the team. And let's see, what are you good at again? You don't get any type of... Well, you do get a bonus to laboring. Farming. And engineering. We're going to use another laborer. We've got 2 doing steel refining, 1 doing iron. Let's try to put that... Well, first of all, let's get Rogers some equipment. Bettas got upgraded last night, so now everyone is in adequately sized tanks. Very nice. We managed to make any Katoon... We're making Katoon number 1. We're real close to a new polearm, though. Of course, with the Hive Princes, you have to store their heads so that they cannot be taken as a kill item if they're captured. Did Uno just grab? Okay, we got a cannibal raid. Rogers Nelson may need to prove himself in combat. Ooh, a Mark 1. Not even a Katoon number 3, but a skeleton smith weapon. What is Chitinus's weaponsmithing? 90. Okay, let's get Goliath team together. We'll have them hold at the gate here. So we've got regular cannibals and scrawny cannibals. Hey, Raid, welcome in. Good to see you. Hey, all right. That went pretty well. I'm gonna see if Conway can kidnap another prince. They might be fighting some cannibals down there. See if we see a prince. There's one. That's the heavy. Looks like a fun fight. It's really cool to watch. Okay, so we failed that one. Got that one, though. All right, Conway. Oh, look! We've upgraded to like a tower or bastion or whatever it is. Conway may be bringing quite a group back with him. Do we have the armored... So the heavy armor smithy doesn't make armored faceplates. Unless I didn't redeem that blueprint. I'm sure I did. Or was it armored hood? Maybe this needs to be upgraded. I'm not sure. Okay, that one resists our indoctrination. It won't last forever. So it seems like, let's build another iron plate machine, maybe. Well, let's see. What do we need more of? We'll build another iron plate machine, and we'll also get somebody, maybe 2 more people ore mining. Oh, that's the wrong button. So that needs 35 iron plates. Ooh, we might actually be too low on iron plates to make that. So we're gonna shut off the steel refinery for now. We're gonna need to make some more iron plates to make the refinery to make more iron plates. And we should have a blueprint for a new wind generator. Or did I not end up going with that one? I did not. Okay. We'd need more ancient science books for that. We'll get Rogers Nelson doing some mining. This might be a volatile place to mine. that's really close to the death yard. Grab a first aid kit, slap the medic job on, and you can work with Bakushin. I'm actually relatively surprised that the princes are good at laboring. You would think their whole thing is that they would not be the laborers. Yeah, so this is going to take a minute here as we pump out the iron plates that we need. Wheat straw seems to be at a good balance. Oh, except we're going to lose these. We might not have enough harvesters. Hey, y'all, thank you for hanging in there through the ads. The ads keep the pre-roll ads off on the channel and help support financially a little bit. So if you're on Twitch and you're getting those now, I appreciate you hanging in there. And still he resists. Dead guy can't use all this cool stuff. Says an escaped servant. And look at this shinobi guard going at it. Killing him. Okay, good. We're almost there, and then we'll put Rogers Nelson on this one. Or we can see if we can recruit our new person in time. Hey, let's go, Escargot. That's the name of the new prince. All right, let's see. I guess no fancy weapons because we haven't had the iron plates to make them. But maybe this one will. Put your head in the chest with all the others. See if we can get this desert saber made real quick. So the new prince is delicious with butter and garlic. The Fogmen might think most things are delicious with butter and garlic. So, you know, I guess it depends on your frame of reference. Okay, Escargot has a weapon. Escargot has a job. Just want to make sure our food production is keeping up. So that's dwindling a little bit. How is it in here? We might be at a slight decline in our food capabilities. We might need to get a new cook. Maybe a second grain silo. Or maybe we go cooked vegetables for the second cook. Nobody's taking care of the green fruit. I wonder if that's somebody's job. Oh, there we go. We're getting some grog stacked up. That's what I like to see. We've got over 30 grog. Oh, we've got so many industries I want to break into. I want to break into bow making yet. 30 frogs, you're just in time. What's up, Maiko? Hope you're well. Look, our newest invention, a place to sit. It turns out if you build chairs and stuff, people will use it when they're idle. So it's a really good way to group them in one place, and it's also a good way to see who's busy and who's not. Chairs, not even. These are just like fabric pads and old boxes. And a couple benches. Chairs would make them soft and weak. How are we on fabrics? Basically full, so Benry's over here. Hemp is doing well, electrical components are doing well. I think the next thing we've got to do is assemble a team to take on ruins. And that might involve some archers. So let's say, hypothetically, for the sake of argument, I make, okay, so a chainmail sheet fabrication bench. Chain armor crafting bench. New challenge musical chairs. And then the arrow making and crossbow crafting will have to go upstairs. We already got the blueprint for Old World Bows Mark II. So I think what we'll do is we'll have somebody just sit and make a bunch of stuff until their skill goes up. And then we'll have them start making Old World bows. So then as far as storage, we need some bolt boxes. And a couple crossbow lockers. And then downstairs, we'll need some for chain mail. And I hope that's room enough for everybody to work. Oh, also, let's go ahead as far as lighting. Let's get a ceiling lamp here. And then up top, let's do a electrical torch post here. All right, new construction time. Escargot, why are you not doing your job? Outpost is full. Oh. So what you need to do is haul... Wait, is he working from there? Oh, the iron refinery doesn't use workers. Ah, I see, I see. This one does, because I haven't upgraded it yet. But once we get a surplus of these iron plates, we can make the second one autonomous as well. We're just becoming titans of industry here. Meanwhile, Conway needs to go grab us some more workers. We have more princes, that would be really cool. We are going to need a new combat squad to go outside the walls, so we can grab a heavy. Uh-oh, Conway. Oh, get out of there. Okay. We have to send the Goliath squad in to rescue Conway. Oh, they're just gonna wipe everybody out. Honestly, that should be good, because that should force a reset of the squads, and we should get some with more princes. Why is Conway unconscious again? Yeah, see, the Fog Death Yard has been wiped out. Nobody's gonna grab Conway. Subway Slammer, get over here. Pick up Conway. Everybody back home. Benry, you two, back home. See, that's the thing with Fogmen. Even Conway, who's very highly skilled and has good equipment, he took like 3 good hits and went down. Where is Uno? Oh, no. Uno is limping back. Pyrex cannons. You just pull them out of the oven sometimes and they explode. What are Team Fortress and Vermilion doing down there? Hey, Todd, welcome in. Good to see you. Team Fortress. Vermilion. Who is Vermilion carrying? Oh, Vermilion is still trying to grab corpses and dispose them. Which really looks like he's just gained a fascination with corpses, which is such a RimWorld thing. Wait. That cannibal is carrying Kyle away and nobody's doing anything about it. Kyle, no! Get him, Vermilion. Is there a character limit on names? They don't show up well past a certain point. Like, Chitinus McFladden is just Tinnis McPull. Jesse Blumen is just Essa Bluma. Max Wheatstraw is just X Wheatster. So, you know, if it's any more than like 10, and increasingly as we add to the squad, the number's going to go down and down, the legible number. How goes the Fogmen run? Very well, Todd. It's a lot of fun. It's just fun to play the game in a totally different way than you would otherwise. But now when we have them in the world, like you can see Max Wheatstraw here. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious would end up looking like Elistic X. Which sounds like some type of workout supplement. Okay, let's see if we can upgrade this iron refinery here. You had an Elistic X once. I'm not going to ask you for clarification. I'll just know that that was a big event in your life. Yeah, send in the heavies. It's exactly what they're there for. So by my count, we need about 5 more workers. We need about 3 for production and 2 to handle farming and food. Got a couple of min-max rolls in there, I see. Hey, charisma's a dump stat anyways. Who needs charisma? Intelligence 1? Well, yeah, if you're going to do Intelligence 1, you really need to take Luck 5 for Idiot Savant. Otherwise, you're not going to get any XP. If I could read, I'd be really pissed. All right, let's make some more plate jackets and leg plates. Gonna need those as we start to get new recruits. How did Conway end up in drag? Tied to a cannibal pole. Oh, drag, yes. Ended up on a pole and drag. You know what I bet happened? I bet he was asleep and a cannibal ran in. And sometimes when an enemy does a kidnap option, it doesn't count them as... It doesn't count them as hostile. So your other characters will let them just come by and kidnap somebody. And I bet that's how Conway ended up there. And hey, thank you for the follow, by the way. Welcome to the channel. So sneaky cannibals again. Game has some weird and rare interactions that make you scratch your head for sure. It's not a perfect game, but no other game could replace it. One of our comrades was kidnapped. Dude seemed friendly enough to me. Oh, the other thing about having a place to sit is that when characters are sitting, they consume less hunger. So it's just better all the way around. Although I have all of these guys sitting backwards for some reason. So, okay, the corpse disposal job actually is kind of working this time around. Okay, so we need somebody... just to haul the storage. Is that what escargot is doing? Looks like it. Started an Iron Man tonight, unmodded, since he just moved into a new place IRL and wanted to do something special to celebrate. Got captured as a slave, hired mercenaries in the hub to free you. So going through another slave's pockets, he woke up. It's whatever, but you had also undone his shackles. Must have been playing dead when you were robbing him because Shinobi Citizen became your first recruit. So you somehow recruited him while you were stealing from him, while he was knocked out unconscious on the ground. Hey, you know, those results are hard to argue with. Okay, so Stahl actually no longer has a job. Oh, that's because we shut off the steel bars for now. We have enough workers to be doing more, even if we want our Goliath squad to be mostly unemployed. Let's get another iron factory going. Are we on power? I think we're okay on power to do this. Yeah, see, raw iron is being a bit bottlenecked right now. If we can double our intake of that, it'll be really good. Do we still have people? Yeah, Rogers, Nelson, and Misha are still mining over here. All you can think of is when you undid the shackles and robbed him, he was playing dead, so the game labeled him as being awake to see that you saved him. Yeah, maybe, because if you fail stealing, then it forces them to stop playing dead. That's a tactic you can do sometimes if you want to kill somebody, but they keep playing dead. You can open their inventory and steal from them back and forth until they catch you, and then they'll get up. So, yeah, it might have triggered that. We're out of green fruit. Hey, Willow, welcome in. Great to see you. Okay, so we've got an ore drill complete. Let's go ahead and get... Where did we have that was not working? Where's stall? How you doing? Pretty good, Willow. We're about to hit day 100. You killed the queen of the Southern Hive and released some huge gorilla skeleton called the King. Is that normal? You've never seen that before? That is indeed the King of the Southern Hive. That is, to my knowledge, the most powerful unit in the game. Now, the king is in the area even before you kill the queen. I killed the king first because I wanted to fight the king on my own terms, and I had a feeling that if I attacked the queen first, I would be surprise attacked by the king. So it took quite a lot to kill the king, and then once the king was dead, I felt like we could kill the queen. How far we've come since November, eh? Right? Which, by the way, if anybody is here and doesn't know, whether on YouTube or Twitch, my blind playthrough is up on YouTube. You can see how I got started into the game knowing nothing about it. So you can see all the mistakes and everything I made. Also, my solo hardcore rock bottom martial arts playthrough is on there as well. Exclamation YT if you're on Twitch and want to see the YouTube. King always wrecks you. He's a tough fight. You believe King patrols around. King does patrol around. But here's the thing. King's speed stat is listed as very high, but he moves very slowly. And he only attacks you if you're right in front of his face. But I believe I've heard if you kidnap the queen, then there will be a Southern Hive raid on your base, including the king, and that he can then move at full speed. That's what I believe I heard about it. Lloyd, you're at full health. You should be up. Let's get Snake some new equipment. He deserves it. Doing a ton of fighting out here. Chat GPT says the king is weaker on base raids and stronger on patrol around the hive. I'm not saying that's not true, but I am saying I've been in a stream with Frankie, who's like the wizard of Kenshi, when he asked it asked Chat GPT a dozen questions about Kenshi, and it got basically every one of them wrong in very severe ways. So I would not trust Chat GPT on that one. Like, he specifically was asking it questions about who would win in certain fights and who has higher stats, and it literally just invents stuff. If it doesn't know, it will just put numbers somewhere and happily tell you that they're the truth. Let's get Pablo a new weapon. Yeah, definitely not a reliable source. Maybe on something, but provably not on Kenshi. I think ChatGPT knows outdated info about Kenshi because you've asked it info and it's given you info that used to be true, or given you false info that could have been true. Yeah, so apparently it used to be if you asked ChatGPT who was the strongest character in Kenshi, it would say Beep, which is adorable, and I love that. But the theory is that it was reading Reddit comments and was taking people's love for Beep, or saying kind of sarcastically that Beep is the strongest swordsman, and literally telling people that Beep was the strongest character. Think it might actually be right about King, though. That was the only way you were able to beat King. Oh, so you beat it on a base raid? Okay, Lloyd is another one who's out here in it, so let's get Lloyd some new weapons. In French, Chat GPT sounds like Chat GPT, which translates to cat I have farted. Thank you for this indelible cultural exchange. Solo martial arting is Beep for your current game. Love it. Beep calls to be a swordsman, though. Okay, look at us. Our iron plate capacity is skyrocketing. Okay. Is it because the raw iron supply has stopped? No, it still hasn't stopped bottlenecking. So let me tell you about this week coming up. I'm going to say 1 to 2 days this week coming up. We'll play Project Zomboid. 1 to 2 days, we will we'll continue Chronos The New Dawn, and then next Saturday and Sunday will be more Kenshi. So it could be 2 weekday streams, it could be 4. Most likely it's going to be somewhere in the middle, but I want to continue the Project Zomboid series, I want to continue Chronos The New Dawn, and then Saturdays and Sundays are for Kenshi. So we'll be back tomorrow for Kenshi as well. Just wanted to let everybody know what to look forward to. Also, Zoo Tycoon video should be out soon. Project Zomboid. Yeah, Willow, we've done a couple Project Zomboid streams so far, just relearning the game. Paul, welcome in. Production really taking off. It sure is. How many Fogmen am I up to? 28. So we have Lunk and Beep, who are regular Hive. And then we have 28 Fogmen. Love my background. Thank you. It's the rooftop bar in Mongrel. Use ChatGPT to help with tarot and Medicare. Yeah, I mean, it's the important thing is for people who use it to usually know a little bit about what they're using it to help with so that they can spot potential issues. Hell yeah, we're full of grog. All right. October is around the corner. You know what that means? Zomboid season. I'm going to start doing a Zomboid YouTube series, just like I've been doing the Kenshi. Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. You've had it just completely pull a cryptid out of thin air. But what if... Hear me out now. What if it knows something that the rest of us don't? Maybe that cryptid was something more. Gonna sell my grog, I am. First, I'm gonna sell these old weapons I don't need. Honestly, who's got a trader's backpack? A wooden backpack? Be an easier way to move this stuff. Team Fortress, you're up. You were like, hey, can you tell me more about that cryptid? And it went, I'm sorry, but that cryptid doesn't exist. It's like that SpongeBob meme with the license, and it's like, you just told me about this cryptid. Uh-huh. Can you tell me more about this cryptid? It doesn't exist. Conspiracy runs deep. What is happening over here? Lots of Fogmen. Yeah. Oh, Stahl is unconscious. Whoa, where are you all going? Okay, you do not have to chase them down that far. Stahl, why don't you go get in bed? And then I'm looking for Team Fortress. Gonna go around and make us some money. Be handy when you're stuck on a script to brainstorm, but you'll never have it write the script for you. Oh, absolutely. Oh, wait, yep, that's the store where we got caught stealing that one time. Well, we just burned one store that we can never trade in again. All right, we've got 83,000 cats. Hey, Dark Mark, welcome in. Good to see you. Get Team Fortress back here, back to work. Okay, the iron bottleneck is starting to open up. Starting to get some relief. Where's Conway? I think it's time to get us a couple new members. This death yard is totally dead, though. No pun intended. Look for screaming. It's okay, we'll just throw this one in jail. Sometimes the recruits come to us. Okay, so that's actually a lot of dead. It's no wonder the death yards are starting to get empty. The iron ore bottleneck is opening up because we're no longer producing iron plates because we have so many of them. So we're quite ahead of a lot of stuff. What do we need to make chainmail sheets? Okay, that's steel bars. And we could be making blackened chain hive shirts. So if we have anybody not doing anything, we might have them start pounding out some chainmail sheets. Got about 50 steel bars. I was going to say we could recruit that one, but do we want to replace a leg? I don't know about all that. Ah, Rogers Nelson is not eating. That's okay. It's a common bug after hiring people with the recruit prisoners mod. If this happens to you, just save. We're going to make sure that that saves, and then we're going to load. Okay, look, and now Rogers Nelson is eating. Escargot, what is your job? You're just... At this point, you just haul? I thought we had somebody doing that already. Wonder if Escargot has enough spare bandwidth to be making some chainmail. I don't even think he gets inside to stand at the bench before his AI says, come fill up the machines with iron again. This is something anybody can do, though, so we're going to get Escargot to do the chainmail. And let's get Flat Cake. We'll get you working these. And if we continue to have surplus, then we'll turn the steel refinery back on. Ooh, masterwork grade leg plates. Very nice. We recruit the one that was up here yet? No. All right, if anybody wants to put out a couple more names for consideration, let me know. Because we're going to try to recruit a couple more people. Looks like we got another death yard over here. Let's see if we find a prince. Henry. Oh, there's like 9. There's like a dozen princes here. Jackie Cass. Okay, you're gonna have to explain that one to me. Oh, of course it landed inside the rock. Foggimus Meridius. Where's the one I knocked out? How about Meridius to keep it short? But I know I knocked one out. Ah, here we go. Since sometimes the characters can do some pretty dumb things in spite of getting smart prompts and make jackasses of themselves. Oh, okay, I see. Jackass. Just Romanizing Fogmen names. Welcome in, by the way. Oh, I think I chose the wrong option. All right, let's see if we can grab another prince. Ooh, looks like we got an active death yard right here. Started up Kenshi about a month ago, and Twitch suggested me. Hey, well, thanks for coming by and checking out the channel. Hey, and thanks for the follow as well. Just by the way, if you want to see my starting playthrough of Kenshi, I played it blind for the first time. You can find that over on the YouTube. This is now my third playthrough. But yeah, Kenshi is an awesome game, and it's cool to see people getting into it. I hope to get people into it with my videos and streams. Okay, thunk. Let me see that fog prince body. Pick up. Conway, get home. Yes, we are building our army just like I wanted. We get a couple more food workers. Then we'll get a couple more iron workers. Then we'll get somebody making crossbows. Command's not working. Shall you post the link? You may, but I also don't see a command in chat. Earlier you tried to pull up the YouTube. Oh, it did show up after a second. But yeah, if you wanted to share a direct link, that's great too. Look you up on YouTube as well. Told myself no to Kenshi for like 1.5 years after seeing it on Ambiguous Amphibians channel. Your wife and you have about 1,000 hours of Project Zomboid together, and that led you to Kenshi. You know what's amazing about that is I've been watching AA, and he's definitely one of my inspirations, and it was after watching his Project Zomboid that I got back into playing Project Zomboid myself. So we just started doing that on the channel. And he's definitely somebody that I look up to as a creator. You thought that too initially, but it was a Kofi thing? Oh. We may have to do a save and load to be able to try the recruitment dialogue, because right now it's not triggering even when I pick them up and put them back in the jail, which usually resets it, but we'll see. Oh, you know what? I don't need to be wearing my dust coat. I should be wearing my assassin's rags. I love him. Your wife won't, Kenshi, but she enjoys watching it. Honestly, lots of people are in that boat. It takes a certain amount of patience, not just for the intended game mechanics, but also just the sheer amount of jank. Oh, I might be in trouble. Can I force it? We got a thunk. We got a thunk. Hey, thank you for subscribing. Not just subscribing, but 3 months in advance. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Welcome on in. We are glad to have you. I'll let you know I do Kenshi every Saturday and Sunday, and I'm looking to add Zomboid once to twice a week. But weekends are for Kenshi around here, so I'll be back tomorrow as well. Yes, also we have emotes. That feels like so long ago I got those emotes commissioned now. You know, it's like 3 years ago. Well, what are you all doing down here? Cornflake? Pablo? All right, Goliath team. We gotta have a discussion because what are you doing in the death yard when you're supposed to be guarding the base? Yeah, that one I did make. I did. It's a perfectly imperfect game, I know. Be watching, let her know about your stream. You work away from home 2 weeks out of 4. Ah, got you. Well, I really appreciate it. Yeah, and we are very welcoming to people who want to chat and be a part of the community or people who just want to watch. Never any pressure to chat, to cheer, or subscribe, or anything like that, so... Alright, let's see where Conway is. Conway's in a fight. But Conway has a prince to deliver. Okay, so when we fail, it takes about an hour of in-game time before we can try again, but that's potentially 4 new recruits we're sitting on. Other potential soldier names, Captain Foggy or Phelan Foggy. Does sitting on them make them convert faster? It's a secret surprise technique. Okay, Conway, you go get some food. How are we doing on production? You too could sit if you join us. Look, we have places for the sitting. So much sitting and standing. Let's get Nardicus some upgraded gear. I don't know why, but that feels very Invader Zim. You're in a mostly skeleton run right now with a handful of Hivers and humans settled in Crag. Your next run, you want to go all Hiver. Very cool. So my first run was the blind playthrough, and all of my runs are hardcore. I only reload if there's a glitch that I can't control. But it took me 270 hours to do everything I wanted to do my first playthrough. Then we did a solo rock bottom playthrough where we killed the Emperor, so that was pretty fun. We've got Fogmen Rehabilitation, and I think my next one might be the Crabman. A guy, potentially a vegan, guy or gal, who really likes crabs and raises a gang of super crabs. Hello, Super Crab Pie. What's up? Good to see you. All right, let's get a new polearm going. Whoa, it's a Hiver party. Not just a Hiver party. It's a Fogman party. No, not UWE, just recruitable prisoners. Rock Bottom still sounds rough. You're still learning. Planning on using the recruitable animal mods for the crab run? I'm thinking about it. It's either going to be Tameable Beasts, the mod, or I will... Vermilion, what are you doing? Oh, you're gathering bodies. Or I will play it mostly normal, and I'll have to find a way to raise money and buy the crabs from the crab raiders themselves. Because you can become allies with the crab raiders just by asking, and they'll sell you crabs. So I'll just do whichever one I think is the better story. Tame Beasties is the mod most popular. Yeah, I'll just have to think about whether I think it's a better story to tame them or buy them. I don't think... I mean, I'm past the point where I'm worried about, like, the maximum difficulty and more about telling a cool story with the run. I'll tell you what, though. Nah, we'll just keep going through this ad break. It's already a minute in. I'm just gonna pour myself some water. It's also the thing where some animals in the wild are different than the ones you can buy. True. Tell us more about Crab Run. I haven't decided the motivations yet, except one of them is going to be to win the crab tournament. So for those who don't know, if you have a base in Crab Raider territory and you have crabs, they will enroll you in a crab tournament where they will attack you with their crabs. And if you win the gauntlet, then you become a trusted and respected ally. So winning the crab tournament, of course, will be one of the conditions. But other than that, I don't know what world state things I want to do. You're at the semifinals of the crab tournament in your run. It's taking all your forces, staying in your base to beat them and all the other spawns in Crag. Once you get them allied, you'll go on offense against skin raiders and the like. Very cool. Want to be the very best like no one ever was? At least no one currently living. Training them will be my cause, but I don't know if catching them will be the real test. I might just buy them. Kid who is an old money Pokemon trainer. Catching them is the real test. I don't think so. Will I travel across the land? Probably far and wide. Probably. With lots of load screens in between. Uno is staring at this cabinet the way that I stare at my fridge after I have closed the door, and I am willing something tasty and edible to appear in it. Old money Pokemon trainer just sent you. I mean, think about it. There are definitely, aren't there like rich kid Pokemon trainers that when you beat them, or yeah, when you beat them, they give you like 10,000 yen or whatever the currency is. Forgot the name of the mod, but you need it to help with the crab tournament because it can be buggy. Okay, cool. I'll look that up. Because for you, the final boss never spawned. Got you. Perfect game. It's a perfect game with no notes. Damn, they're being resistant this time around. We'll get them yet. If they can't figure out how to get to you, you lose the tournament. What do you mean not having good public infrastructure and accessibility costs you opportunities? Nobody warned me about this ever. Favorite Pokemon is Paris and Parasect, so this is the perfect crossover for you. Gotta make the crab bridge. That sounds like that thing that ants do where they, like, hold on to each other and make a bridge for other ants to cross over them. Which, by the way, if nobody's ever done that in a, like, zombie Resident Evil type setting, they need to. Imagine a bunch of zombies that, like, grab each other, like, by the ankles, and they, like, their skin starts to fuse together. They build this tower, and they topple over, and then they walk on top of the bridge. Pretty sure it's been done. World War Z had something like it, I think. You had a weird one where when you had your gates closed, the initial crab raid just hung out nearby. Helped because they ran into Skeleton Bandit Raid 2 and made it easier to beat. Okay, we have Meridius. I think Meridius will be a food worker. Let's grab you a saber. Oh, we're actually out of plate jackets. Because we've not been making any. Imgrun, what's up? What is your boy Chitinous McFladden up to? Chitinous McFladden now has a weaponsmithing of 90. So Chitinous is making premium quality weapons. Just Mark 1 right now, because that's all we have the technology level for. There go that man. Settling in Crag is wild. It's your first playthrough, but you were super spoiled by all the Kenshi content you took in before finally giving in and starting. Yeah, I mean, in your case, it makes sense that you didn't expect that you were going to play Kenshi. So we've got 79 green fruit. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to give Meridius a couple green fruit and maybe a couple wheat straw farms. And then with that, we might get a second grain silo and a second oven. How is our food cube production keeping up? It's not bad. We're kind of at equilibrium. Chitinous is the best armorer. He makes Armor King look like a novice. So we have Chitinous, who has 90 weaponsmith, and then we have Uno, who has 86 armorsmith. So Meridius is going to go to Team Aphis. Dang, so we in the end game now. On armor, yes, but on technology, see, I've bought all my technology. Ironically, a guy who makes weapons is still called an armorer for some reason. I know I'm a certified armorer for a couple of brands. Although if you make the weapons, you're usually a manufacturer or a gunsmith, and armorer really more maintains and replaces parts and documents maintenance. But yeah. Now, I don't know about swords and all that. I forged exactly one knife in my life from a leaf spring of a truck, and it was terrible, but it was mine, and I'm proud of it. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and build. Ability to work metal at all in the modern day is a badass skill. So I kind of stopped for health reasons. I do occasionally miss running a lathe. Lathes are super cool. A little terrifying. You have to respect them. but super cool. I used to make F-35 parts as well, but that was CNC machining. And as a machinist, your job doing that is more like setting up the machine and QA while it's being made than it is the machining process, because it's computer controlled. So let's get a vegetable farm. We should have enough for maybe 2 if I stretch it. 1 here. 1 here. And then for a wheat farm, let's grab at least 1 XL. Build all of those. And we'll get Meridius assigned to them. Most likely we'll need an additional well. A run where you can only get iron from destroying weapons would be cool. You would need to be somewhere like the fog. Well, no, I guess you could. I guess you could get iron from hungry bandits. YouTube video title: I saved Kenshi by recycling. Somewhere you either get attacked a ton or they have full armor, or both. Like, dust bandits would probably be a good source because you get the weapons and the armor. Okay, so Meridius can work this one. They have metal armor usually. They usually have a helmet and boots and a heart protector. And I think you get at least some iron from all of those things. You don't think of them as wearing armor because they show a lot of skin, but they have some. In fact, killing dust bandits and selling heart protectors is something a lot of people do early game for money, or running them into town guards. Hey, Boogie, welcome in. Just be annoying with the amount of looting you'd need to do. Yeah, I mean, so there's a type of run called an Iron Man run where you're not allowed to buy anything and you have to craft it all yourself. And you can only use, like, books that you find in libraries and things like that. You can't buy anything from a shop. It kind of seems like that would just be a modified Iron Man run. Pits and Crag would be good for that. Ironically, settling in rich iron area to only melt down enemy armor would be hilarious. Financed your base building the last 25-ish hours, selling off armor and weapons from downed enemies there. You know what's funny is I was just thinking to myself, like, they should have some way that you can melt down the iron into ingots, like, or bullion, and then I realized that's just called an iron plate. It's just, we don't have a fancy name for it when it's iron. It's just, you know, cold rolled steel. It's not like, oh, gold bullion, gold ingot. No, it's just iron plate. Where'd the cannibal raid go? Gonna try a sonorous dark run next time. I hear it's good for some things. And are they over here? I'm sorry, what raid? What raid again? You know what's hilarious about this is the Fogmen will carry off cannibals, and the cannibals will carry off Fogmen. Been trying not to abuse recruitable prisoners too much and gathering more skin bandits. Yeah, that is the thing with recruitable prisoners. It definitely can make the game very easy. Like, even the way I'm playing, I'm definitely getting advantages of hiring people that are already leveled up. I gotta remember to talk to my captives more. Max you can get without them being a special characters like 10s and stats. I don't remember how it works, but yeah, there's definitely a stat cap if you want to do the whole the base game vanilla thing. There's something where you can sell somebody to a slave shop and buy them back, but they can't be over a certain like stat cap. I don't know exactly how it works. Limited yourself to only a handful of broken skeletons for your workers. It still made your run relatively easy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm considering what I'm doing here a relatively chill run. But the thing is, I know enough about the game, and this is going to sound like a brag, but it's just the way that Kenshi is put together. I know enough about the game that I could put together a solo character to do just about anything short of killing the king. And you know, I could have a single character carry any one of my runs. So it's not the most efficient way that I'm playing, but I have more fun like managing this group right now and having their like story in this unique way of playing. But it is, you know, I'm getting characters that are with stats in the 30s. So it does kind of bypass a lot of stuff. Like, these princes have really high stats. Need some more light posts. I should be getting more B-roll for the video. And look at the size of that chain. Where's Uno? Uno is staring longingly at the cabinet again. Uno, why do you keep doing this and not your job? What do you have going on here that is confusing you? Or did you run out of... No, we have you on repeat queue. It's empty, so why don't you fill it up? Make some armor plating. If you didn't sell a ton of heads earlier in the run, it would help. Kenshi's about making your own store, and you found base management to be really fulfilling. Yeah. Next time you want to start earlier, like this with Hivers and tech up as you build, your run, you tech huntered and had tech level 6 and lots of techs before you started your base. Yeah, we did a little of that. We started in Mongrel. We did all the research I could do with books. Then we got our base, and just today we finished getting ancient science books and engineering research and all that. Oh, you can make the armored hood here. What does it take? Oh, that also takes chainmail sheets. It's like when you return to the fridge an hour later, still trying to manifest something yummy. Right, so we should start getting some blackened chain hive shirts, which should be really good for that chest and stomach protection. I think we're gonna have to send our ruins team out equipped with those, because the iron spiders, man, they could do some ridiculous limb damage. Frankie Raiders, welcome on in. So good to have you. Frankie, feel free to tell us what run you were up to today in Kenshi. Y'all, if you're here for me and you don't know Frankie, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, check out Frankie Was Here. Got tons of guides on YouTube, ways to min-max and train the game that you would never expect, and does unique challenge runs most days of the week on Twitch. But Frankie, feel free to share anything that you want to that I might have missed. Also, if you got to get going after your stream, no worries whatsoever. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Ed Noctum, variety streamer on Twitch and YouTube, and I make YouTube videos as well. We're doing Kenshi Saturdays and Sundays, just started up some Project Zomboid, and then a little bit of variety games, other things that I want to cover or bring attention to. Did a -100, all stats, malnourished, escaped slave, wanted by all three major factions run. You know what's funny is I was browsing YouTube. Maybe this morning, and I saw a -50 stats run, and I saw somebody in the comments. I saw Frankie in the comments, and yep, Coco plays. Yep, exactly. So then you decided to do a -100. Surprisingly, didn't win yet, just stabilized the run at the moment. I mean, so much grinding you have to do to even get yourself, you know, up to anything, so it's not surprising, but welcome on in. It's good to have you. We are continuing to expand our Fogman base. We upped our tech level today. We are hiring some new people. Right now, we're focusing on getting more production workers. Building, we're now up to specialist and masterwork grade armor, so getting full suits of armor and building a adventure squad. Group of people that are going to go to ruins for us and fight our battles. So Frankie, you have to tell me, if you're here, what class you started as. I'm assuming Scorchlander. Coco's the guy you used to poke fun at, his weapon tier list guide, and then you found out he followed you. So you try not to give him too hard of a time anymore. He's chill. Yeah, we gotta embrace each other. We gotta look out for each other. All the people making content around different communities. Had a death 50 minutes in, funnily enough. Happens. I mean, even the fact, I think it's hilarious when your first aid is below like -5. doing first aid actually makes you bleed out more. So you can't heal yourself. You have to kill a bunch of other people with your negative first aid skill to get better at first aid until you finally stop killing people and then you can heal yourself. So, I mean, when that's what you're dealing with, a death, you know, it just happens. You had to put units into camp beds, then medic them as wounds don't worsen in camp beds, exactly. Saw a video about that where someone roleplayed a crooked doctor. Yeah, Reggie, I think it was. Then when you went to leave the hub, you got distracted for a second and got two-tapped by a bone dog. You know, it just happens. I was, when I was on my Project Zomboid stream the other day, I got a couple notifications that my stream was being choppy and I was dropping frames. And instead of pausing the game, I kept playing. And then I opened the door and there were two zombies in my face and I tried to press space to crouch, or to pause. Because that's how you pause Kenshi. It's not how you pause Project Zomboid. And I got eaten. So, you know, that's just, it just comes with the territory. Is your KO point and the positive you got KO'd before you went to 0 HP? Yeah. Alright, let's see how we're doing with this whole food production thing. Fun fact, when the game loads, sometimes it'll unpause itself. I have experienced this. Okay, no luck yet, but it's okay. We're working on it. How's Uno doing on the blackened chain hive shirts? Any produced? I know they take a while, which should make them good for leveling this armor smithing skill. Frankie, have you ever played a run with this many characters? I know you you don't like to have like more than 4 or 5, and even then that's when you really need them for something. And that's probably why I have so many people doing nothing. Like, Escargot, are you... Oh, we have so much raw iron. Oh, that's why we're not making chainmail. We're out of steel bars. So, let's... We're gonna upgrade the steel refinery. And then we'll get some people working the steel refinery. We'll get steel bars made. We'll get more chainmail made. It'll be great. Way back in the day you had before. So right now I'm only at 31. Most characters you've used, you think is like 7? I have to say, if somebody with a strong background in like logic and manufacturing processes looked at the logic I used to handle my jobs, they could probably double my efficiency if they just went through it with a fine-tooth comb. I just don't have the patience for that. Like, I try to get them pretty efficient and pretty productive, but ironing out all redundancies and everything, I don't have the patience to sit here on stream and do it. There we go. And now we got Escargot making chainmail sheets again. Already a level 31 armor smith. Learning how to properly load jobs has been a task. You have about 35 and you're trying not to use your combat guys for anything besides building. Don't want to break production chains when you go back to adventuring. Yeah. Gotta go eat. Don't lose anyone. Glad to see the Fog family growing. Have a good one, Frankie. Thanks for your support. Get you something good to eat. I appreciate you. Still no recruits. Thank you, Frankie. Thanks for your support. Which, by the way, thanks for all your support. We just hit the first rank of YouTube partner. So memberships are now open. I'm not really pushing them. I'm not really doing much with them, but they are there. They are an option. And I want to thank you all for getting us this far. And the next goal is 1,000. 1,000 subscribers, not members. 1,000 members would be insanity. Don't touch them yourself. Yeah, I'm kind of debating what I'm going to do with all of that, but they're there for people who want to be a member. I don't think it removes ads like it does when you subscribe on Twitch, which I feel like that's something that people on YouTube would really go for. I think the next one of these guys that I recruit is going to end up being a crossbow smith, maybe? Oh, our grog is full again. Well, you know, we gotta grab Team Fortress and go make that money. What? Combo started. This is the first time I've ever seen this Twitch feature. Thank you very much. I don't really know how it works, but I appreciate it. Is new? What does this mean? It's like somebody gives a couple bits and then somebody else keeps the combo going and they give a couple more bits and then each time it builds a little bit more, I think. Whoa, okay, well, thank you all. I didn't realize it makes a noise every time. Oh, you know what? I do remember I got an email that I was in the beta for this. I do remember that now. Damn, look at that. We got 140,000 cats. Next time we go back to Black Desert City, we can buy those AI cores. Of course, we need a couple more ancient science books to get us to the next tech level before AI cores become relevant anyways. But they'll be there when we're ready. Why does Uno keep ending up staring at this? Oh, because hauling 2 was a job. Okay. Hey, all right. Thank you very much, everybody who contributed to that. That's a cool little feature. It's fun. And I appreciate your support. Why is chitinous not weaponsmithing? Maybe I need to mark hauling to a second weapon cabinet. Started something new, you see. Yes, I've never seen that before. Oh, honestly, this Blackened Chain Hive shirt is pretty good. It doesn't really have a lot of the negatives that I would have thought it would have. Combat speed slows down by 3%. Dexterity down by 10%. I think that's worth it for, especially since Hivers get hit in the chest so much. Dexterity effect? Yeah, but it's a 0.9 times dexterity effect, which when it comes to the heavy armors is not as bad as it could be. Most unlucky recruitment cycle we've had in a minute. Could always get their arms lopped off and put on skeleton arms with dexterity bonuses to counteract. You could. I'm trying not to do the nuclear option for too many people. Like Conway here had his legs eaten off so that he could be... Conway's kind of our special operator. He needs to be fast, sneaky, able to move in harsh environments. But I'm trying not to do the thing where I take every single person, stuff them in a peeler machine, and give them, you know, robotic super limbs. That's fun. I just don't know if it's the vibe for this playthrough. I am unethical. Let's see some evidence of this claim. Internet spaceship pilot. Remember, your pilot's license is on the line when you make such charges. We're going to call this one Henry. It's an expensive thing if you aren't building skeleton limbs and very micro-intensive. So my first playthrough, I did get up to building masterwork skeleton limbs, and that's how I took on the Ashlands, was I took my entire adventure squad, stuck them in a peeler machine, gave them all handcrafted masterwork limbs. Oh... I just set the wrong hive prints free. Wait, you get back here. You weren't meant to be free. I hope the person that accused me of being unethical is not still listening, because... No, you were not meant to have freedom. Get back here. Freed the wrong prince. All right, let's see. Let's get you some armor. We've been out of plate jackets for a minute. I think so. We'll move this up here for now. pants only run for this guy. And then did we get Henry a weapon? I don't think so. Oh, and also, you gotta put your head in the chest with everybody else. Yeah, we got Henry. Okay, first thing Henry is gonna do is go make... Oh, do I need a blueprint to make regulars? I guess so. Make hinges and spring steel for now. This is going to grow crossbow smithing, which is all I care about for the long run. That's such a good name. It really is. So we will eventually get our high-quality crossbows made. We've had so many fun suggestions, I know. Oh man, this series is going to be a bear to edit. I've already gotten started on some of it a little bit. I decided to stop doing the thing where I have to stream an entire series before I edit it, because by then I have like 40 hours of streams to edit all at once. So I'm starting to go through it a little bit before we get to the end, but it's still going to be a bear to edit. Wonder where these parts go once they're made. If they can go in a crossbow locker or if they need to be stored somewhere more specific. Let's watch and find out. For now, in his inventory. What? Why did you undertake this sequence of events? Can you explain to me why you're holding 5 copper and 2 spring steel, please? And why you put away the other necessary components for the next part of your task? Ah, crossbow parts. Here we go. May this help. Grog is back way up. I think our food storage is actually even increasing. Green fruit is full, so we probably need another green fruit storage. And I know I said we wanted another well. If escargot fills up the chainmail sheets, maybe escargot can be making armor plating, while Uno makes more of the plate armor. Greetings, Kenshi Master. I'm afraid you're in the wrong place. I'm a humble student along the road of Kenshi knowledge. Welcome in, Shakama. Is it better to sparingly use workers just for hauling to storages? You find if you have people trying to do 2 or 3 hauling types instead of working machines, they can get indecision paralysis and run back and forth without actually doing anything. I have heard this. I have been advised to try to have one person who's just like a logistics person and just runs around hauling things. I haven't actually tried it yet. I should take good advice I have been given, but that one I just haven't gotten around to. We'll remember that. Welcome on in. It's good to have you. Okay, so Chitinous is having a fit. Why are you not making weapons? Is it because this is full? If I free up space, will you once again... Yes. Look at your epic base and you call yourself not a master. Well, I am using mods, to be fair. I have used the recruitable prisoners mod. So, you know, I didn't exactly build the base up without, you know, just without any help in vanilla. Herbie, yeah, take your time. Stahl, why are you still asleep? You're aimless. There we go. What kind of raids am I getting here? Pretty much just cannibals. And honestly, for the first 4 or 5 streams, no raids. Then the cannibals started. Fogmen don't... They're not a real faction. As far as I understand, they're flagged, not a real faction. So Fogmen can't have organized raids on your base. They just kind of spawn and run in, and sometimes they pick a fight with you, and sometimes they don't. If you have people hauling, you try not to give them crafting jobs, and that has been helping. Yeah, the whole, like, storing objects when they have jobs toggled on and stuff, it is a source of pain occasionally. Yeah, so escargot is going to fill this with chainmail sheets. Henry can come grab a plate jacket. And Henry already has a crossbow smithing of 10. Not bad. We are starting to have a good capacity of wheat straw. Might be time to start getting that second grain silo we talked about. I do believe that bread is the bottleneck here. Get Conway to talk to our prince friend again. No such luck. We have 2 princes we need to recruit before they starve to death, though we can always loot some food into their inventory. Oh, Pickles is stuck. That's why Pickles isn't doing anything. An automatic grain silo would be a big upgrade for this, I think. So now we've got straw flour. Got bread going in the oven. And we have a surplus of green fruit, so any additional bread that we make can turn into food cubes more quickly and feed more people. If only you could craft backpacks in base Kenshi. Yeah, I don't know why they left that out. Still no luck. Along the way, we'll see if we can get the blueprints for more ammunition type. I think we wanted to go with the Old World Bow Mark II, and I think those use regulars. Are we going to break 200 grand? We might. We'll wait outside for the shop to open, no big deal. Scrawny raid. We may have to search somewhere with more extensive blueprints, or it may be a part of the research tree. I don't remember exactly. Okay, so escargot is just about to fill up the chainmail sheets. he putting them now? Oh, I made 2 storage containers. I tell you what, why don't you make armor plates? And we'll have Uno do this. So escargot is going to make the armor plates. When the armor plates are out, Uno is going to go and make some hive shirts. While more armor plates get made. This is not an indefinite self-sustaining loop, but it's a very solid one for a while. I honestly can't believe their raid... Oh, wait. Nope, their whole raid did not make it. Somebody phased through the wall. Now they'll be running this way in just a moment. Or not. The whole raid may have been dispersed by Fogmen. What is Chitinous up to? Sitting around. Why is Chitinous sitting around? You know what? Let's try the trick somebody told me and get Chitinous a large backpack and see if that helps. Wait, I think it might be the backpack supplier that won't sell to me. In which case, that's a problem. Anybody else got large backpacks? Imagine you got such a bad reputation that you can't even buy a backpack. We can try the thieves, maybe. They might be out fighting Fogmen. All right, we'll bring Chitinous back for now. And I think what I'm gonna do... ooh, can I get in a snooze real quick? I don't think I can. We're gonna be wrapping up, so if you're in ads right now, I apologize. Or if you're in ads as we're doing this. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. I will be back tomorrow at the same time. Oh, Michael, you did a snooze. You did it. You did it in time. Let's go. All right, well, this has been a great one. Look at the progress we've made. Look at our little colony running around, bustling, doing their jobs and their work. No, your recommendation whisper is gone. Hey, thank you all very much for being a part of it. Just a quick reminder, if you're here, Twitch, YouTube, whatever, I do both streams and YouTube videos. If you want to see how I got started with Kenshi with my blind first playthrough, if you'd like to see my video essay on how Kenshi makes amazing stories, if you'd like to see my solo hardcore rock bottom run from start to finish, well, it's all on the YouTube with more to come. We're going to be bringing you more Kenshi, more Project Zomboid. I'm going to be bringing you a Zoo Tycoon video in the next probably couple days. It should be pretty soon. So a lot to come in addition to these streams. And once again, Kenshi streams are Saturday and Sunday. And all of these streams are archived over on my YouTube, divided by playlists, so you can catch up with the Kenshi series you most want to see. But enough of the self-promotion. I just want to thank you all for being here. And whether you were here live or you caught the VOD later, it means a lot to me, and I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and close it out. And I will catch you all tomorrow, unless you're a VOD watcher, in which case, hey, see you in about 30 seconds, because you're binging the series. Shout out to you. All right, YouTube. Once again, thank you for being here. Until we catch you again, please, take care.